It is very nice to greet you again. In today's video we will talk about the following. What happens if you get the wrong dog? It's a sad, but true, reality that sometimes people adopt a dog or buy a puppy that turns out to be quite unsuitable for living with those people. In other cases, perhaps they chose a dog of a breed and size that should have been appropriate for their family, but ended up with a dog with a personality and interests that simply aren't suited to a quiet, fun life with that family. Please note that I'm not talking about a dog with a dangerous propensity for resource guarding or unprovoked aggression. That's a problem for another day. I'm only talking about dogs who simply aren't a good fit for the family, such as a dog with more energy than the family can channel through enrichment or exercise, or a dog who turns out to be deeply uncomfortable with children in a family overcrowded with them, or a dog who is committed to a sedentary life in a family that enjoys outdoor activities daily. If no one enjoys the dog in the first few weeks or months, and the dog doesn't seem to thrive in its home either, what happens then? I firmly believe that rehoming the dog quickly is the best option for everyone, although it can be difficult to reduce both the financial losses, price of the puppy, plus neutering, vaccinations, microchipping, etc., plus the investment in training, crates, beds, doors, etc., and the emotional bonds. But when you compare the cost of all the things you invested in during the first few months with the investment you'll make for at least 10 or 15 years or more with a dog you simply don't enjoy, and that doesn't enjoy you that much either, it should be clear that it's the right thing to do. Finding a suitable home for your dog isn't easy, even if it's an attractive or trendy breed. Many people tend to get attached to the idea of being a first-time dog owner. They want to preserve that personal history from their childhood. If you've had a difficult time with your dog as a puppy, this may not seem understandable, but try to think back a few months to when you were the one who wanted a puppy from scratch. Keep in mind that it can be difficult to connect with a group of people looking for their next dog. When most people decide to adopt, they tend to look for breeders or shelters. Tips for rehoming a dog. If you've decided to rehome your dog, keep these tips in mind. Discuss returning the dog with the shelter, rescue center, or breeder where you acquired it. Most rescue centers and shelters have a contract that obligates you to return the dog to them if you decide not to keep it. Good breeders do this too. Please note that I'm only talking about returning a dog to the shelter if you got it from there. I don't support the decision to take a dog to a shelter simply because you've decided it's not the right dog for you, mainly because shelters are already full of dogs. There are far more tragic stories than yours. Personally, I don't think not fitting in is enough justification to surrender a dog to a shelter. I think those kennels should be reserved for truly unfortunate cases, where there is no other option for protection. Ask your friends and family if they're interested in adopting your dog. Post a request on your social media for help finding a new home for your dog. Be honest. Don't misrepresent the dog, but do reveal the reasons why you need a new home. Be honest. If the dog exhibits problematic behavior, such as annoying barking or poor training, tell the interested party and also explain why you think you haven't been able to address that behavior. Hiding the true reasons that motivated you to find a new home for your dog is not only unethical, but can predispose the dog to abuse in its new home. Also, what's a problem for you may not be for someone else. Ask your vet's staff if they have any suggestions. They may know someone who recently lost a dog and is looking for another one soon. They may also have a social media presence where they could provide you with a courtesy list for your dog, or even a bulletin board in their waiting room. Remember, the traits that drive you crazy in a dog can be the key to winning someone over. A dog with too much energy for your family may become someone else's agility champion, and an active, uninteractive dog might be the ideal companion for a senior who spends too much time on the couch. Do your best to find a better family for your dog, so they can thrive. It is a pleasure to inform you and help you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you should do it now. Take care of yourself and your furry friend. A hug, and until the next video.